Hello, everyone. Welcome to ENC 1102. My name is Pavel Zemlyansky. I'm your instructor for this course, and I wanted to welcome you to the course, and in this short video, provide you with some details and some important information about the course, how to succeed in the course, what to do, what not to do, etc., etc. So in addition to the syllabus and all the other materials on the website, please begin by watching this video. And of course, if you have any questions about any of this, please let me know as soon as possible. So again, my name is Dr. Pavel Zemlyansky. You can call me Pavel. I'm perfectly fine with the first name basis. Or if you prefer to be more formal, you can call me Dr. Zemlyansky. That's fine as well. Those are the kind of the two things that I would like you to choose between. I don't want to be called Mr. Pavel, Mr. Zemlyansky, Dr. Pavel. Those kinds of things are weird. So in the professional environment, it's either first name Pavel or Dr. Zemlyansky or Professor Zemlyansky, one of those things. So now we have that out of the way, let's talk about the course. So this is a 6-week summer course, as you know, and so it will go by pretty quickly. And so what I would like to emphasize to you is that it's very important that you stay connected to the course throughout the term and that you not disappear at any point in the semester, just sort of saying, okay, well, I'm going to just take a couple of weeks off easy and then I'll come back and catch up. That will not be really possible for you to do. So the absolute minimum requirement that you would need to fulfill to sort of have a chance of passing this course is just basically submit their assignments on time. That's a pretty low threshold. If you just want to pass the class and get a C, which is a passing grade, really all you need to do is just submit stuff on time and try to follow the assignments. Submit something that's following the prompt, following the task, following the assignment, and you should be able to get at least a C. Now, if you want something better than a C, then you have to sort of up your game a bit and submit work that's actually better than minimum level of quality, above average quality, excellent quality, those kinds of things. But most importantly, do not vanish, okay? I see a lot of times, I've been teaching online for close to 20 years now, scary thought, and I see a lot of times people just kind of, for various reasons, drop off, and then they show up towards the end of the class and expect me to sort of provide some extra accommodations, do things for them so they can pass the class. I will not be able to do that, not because I'm mean, I'm not mean, but because the time is really limited and it's hard for me to keep track of everyone's individual kind of wishes and desires, especially if those wishes and desires are caused by people simply deciding to drop off and then coming back. So the other thing that's important is if you signed up for a course online, I'm assuming that you will have access to the internet, to a computer. Even if you traveling, of course, is perfectly fine, especially in the summer. But if you do travel, I don't want to hear any excuse about, well, I'll be away from the internet, etc., etc. It's 2023, and it's pretty difficult to find a place on this planet where there's no internet, okay? Whether it's Wi-Fi or whether you can use your phone and a hotspot on the phone, whatever it is, once you're in the class, if you signed up, I expect you to have access to the class and access to the internet. So please, no excuses like that. If you need a extension on something, on the assignment, that's fine. Please let me know before the deadline. Do not just sort of submit stuff late and then come back and say, oh, by the way, I had this really good reason for which I needed extra time, and so here's my assignment late. If you have a good reason, whatever it is, you don't even need to explain. Just say, I need a couple more days to finish because I have stuff going on, job, family, whatever. Just let me know before the deadline, please. And 99.999% of the time, I will give you that extension. That's not an issue, as long as you let me know before the deadline. So those are the sort of a couple of administrative kind of logistical things that you need to keep in mind. One is not disappearing. The other one is having connection to the internet and the course. And 3, do not submit late assignments without asking me for an extension before the deadline. Okay. Now, let me just kind of tell you a little bit about the actual course. Now, you might be wondering, well, what will you be studying? What will you be learning? So this is a course in, of course, it's a first-year composition course. So it's a course in academic writing, essentially. The subject of this course happens to be literature, more or less. But that's not to say that we're trying to train you to be literary scholars. That's not the purpose of the course. The purpose of the course is to give you extra skills, extra ability to be able to critically, actively, and independently read complex texts, basically, and write about those texts. And it's just that in this case, in this class, those texts happen to be literary works. So we'll read some fiction, we'll read some, you can choose to read some poetry or drama, whatever, and then we'll write about those things that you read. And the main thing that I want you to learn here in this class is how to be an independent, critical, active reader. I don't want you to necessarily memorize stuff about literary theories, of which there is a couple of dozen. I don't want you to memorize facts about different writers. I don't want you to do the whole like high school, what does the author mean here thing. We'll talk about that more later. I want you to become better at taking a text, reading it, and saying, this is what I think I want this text to mean based on some evidence in the text that I've seen. This is how I would interpret that text, not based on what other people want me to say about it, but based on what I want to say about it, and then have some evidence for that interpretation. So basically, in a way, this is a course in active reading of complicated text. In this case, again, those texts happen to be literary works, okay? Let's see what else. So there will be a research assignment. I don't want to call it a research paper because that conjures up all sorts of negative imagery from high school, sort of sitting there and compiling sources and just kind of dumping everything together. We're going to try to do it a bit differently, but there will be an assignment that's based on research. Every assignment will have several steps. I will walk you through those steps and I will help you get through the steps gradually as much as possible. No one writes just one draft and sends it in, as you probably know if you took 1101. They should know that already. And another thing that I'm going to actually make a separate video on this right underneath this one. I'll do what the YouTubers do when they point down, is the video about everyone's favorite topic these days, AI and ChatGPT. So after you finish with this video, go ahead and check that one out as well. I think you'll be surprised by some of the things that I'm going to say in that video. And also, of course, read the syllabus. Please familiarize yourself with the website. If you have any questions, talk to me about it soon and early and often, and do not let anything sit and be unclear in your mind, because again, it's a quick course. Things will pass by really fast and you don't want to be uncertain about important stuff. Okay, it's enough for now. I'll stop here. And again, welcome to the class. And I look forward to starting to work with you this week. Bye-bye.